So today we're here in Islamabad in Pakistan. And what we wanted to do was something just a little bit different, where because we don't have a full day of distribution like we normally show you, we just wanted to show you what goes on behind the scenes in terms of the meetings we have, the planning that goes into some of the distributions, and just generally how we spend the day on the days when we don't have distributions to do. So you're probably wondering, what are we doing here at Shifa International Hospital and what's the link to Jigsaw? So if you keep following the journey, and we'll update you as we go along. So you're probably wondering, what is Jigsaw Charity doing here at Shifa International, and what is the link between Shifa International and Jigsaw Charity? So obviously, being an international organisation, they still have their corporate social responsibility, and that's where Shifa Foundation comes into play. So whenever we're here, we try to take time out to visit our dear brother Taimur, who's also the COO of Shifa International. So what we'll do is we'll just ask Brother Taimur to explain what the link is between Shifa International and Shifa Foundation.
So Shifa Foundation and Shifa International Hospital are two sister organizations. They were founded by the same group of founders. So when our founders of both these organizations, when they came back from the US to establish a world-class hospital in Pakistan, they established a foundation before the hospital became functional. So they had this social aspect in their mind for the provision of healthcare as well. So that's how both the organizations are related. The hospital strives to provide world-class treatment to the people of this area in virtually all the clinical disciplines that are out there in the country. And the foundation works for the provision of healthcare, nutrition, and wash for the people of this country in all the provinces of Pakistan.
One of the things that initially impressed us about Shifa International was that, as you all know, the level of treatment here, as Brother Taimur mentioned, is world class. But not only is it world class for those people that are paying patients, it's also the same world class treatment that's provided for those deserving patients who are treated here free of charge. So as you follow us, we'll show you around that ward as well, that department, and give you an explanation of how it works and who the people are.
The beauty of Shifa Hospital and the Foundation being sister organisations is the way that they work together, and they work together to bring healthcare to those who deserve it. This works in a slightly different way to what we might be used to in the UK, in that there is the fully functional main hospital upstairs, and on this part where we're in at the moment, this is where those individuals can come in and be assessed, both for their healthcare needs and their financial assessment. And from there, the foundation will cover the cost. So it's a subsidised system that they have in place. That could range from anything from completely free treatment, and it's a good point to emphasise that that treatment will take place upstairs along with every other patient who has come in and is paying for that treatment. So it's world-class treatment being offered to anybody, whether you can afford it or not. For those whose financial situation falls in between, then again, it's subsidised, so they'll pay something towards the treatment and they'll still receive the same high quality, world-class treatment that everybody else receives.
So now we're just heading off to our next meeting. So one of the things that we do here at Jigsaw is for certain donors, if there's a certain specific project that they want us to do, we're always willing to look into it, because we're here in Pakistan anyway. We had a request from a donor who was asking if there's some sort of project where they can donate towards something and that charity is utilised every single day. So one of the ideas we had was to set up a small bread factory that produces chapatis for up to 500 to 1,000 people every day, with the idea being that that will then be charity that's given every day. So we're just going to meet with another partner, have a quick catch up with them, see how this project works and if they're able to implement it. So follow us and we'll carry on with the journey.
Very fortunately, we're here with Brother Arshad Feroz Khan, who is the chairman of Street Children Pakistan Welfare Trust. We've had a really productive meeting here, and the thing that we're really happy about is we found that both organisations' principles seem very aligned, and that's very exciting for us, because we're always on the lookout and we're always keen to find a partner who we feel shares our values and principles. The Street Children from Pakistan charity has an excellent project going on in KPK whereby they produce roti and they feed approximately 500 people a day, and this is free of charge.
This bakery shop, initially when we organized this whole project, I was thinking in terms of that how it would be a successful. Do people want just bread? It turns out people do. People do just in fact want bread. Like the success rate that we have had is so impressive that I'm thinking of expanding. Hence, we are talking that inshallah, hopefully we can expand, because these families who are coming every day with their tokens card and receiving help, they have confessed to us that in their own households, they would rely on sometimes borrowing roti naan from their neighbors because they just simply couldn't afford it.
And from our perspective, it's been so impressive. We've sat here. It's been clear for the whole duration of the meeting that they really are experts in this field, which gives us a huge amount of confidence. The due diligence that goes behind this, ensuring that the right beneficiaries are reached, that work that goes behind the assessments, etc., really gives us confidence. And a big part of what we say to our donors is that, look, entrust us with your money. It's an amana, and inshallah, we will do everything we can, which is why we've had this meeting, which is why we're so glad around the due diligence that you put into this work, that it's the right level of people that are getting the help, and that's the people who really need this help. And we know that's important to you.
Alhamdulillah, I can vouch for you guys, because the questions you've been asking since you were here, I can definitely assure to your donors that you're not playing around, definitely.
Honestly, it's a massive thank you for your time today and for your team's time. Everybody's been so hospitable as ever. It's always lovely to meet future partners, inshallah.
Inshallah. See you.
Lovely to meet you. Jazakallah khair. Catch us at the food distribution that we're heading towards now. We've arrived at the food distribution point here in Rawalpindi. As you can see, it's very hectic, it's very lively. We've got hot meals on the go, they're being passed out. Inshallah, we'll end up doing 600 of them as well, inshallah. So we've done just over half. We've served the women and some of the men. We've got a pretty decent sized queue, but inshallah, we'll get there.
As a local Jigsaw volunteer, we are here today distributing 600 iftar packs through our generous donors. And you can see a lot of people are crowded, because people are challenged. It's growing inflation. A lot of people are challenged. So everyone wants a part of it. So this is why it's getting a little busier here. And you can see around me, a lot of people are trying and they want to make sure that they get hold of one parcel. So we thank all our donors and supporters, and this is why we want you guys to come here and support us, because people are challenged. Thank you very much.